I'm not interested in playing politics with border or immigration. I'm interested in fixing it. I said it before.
All right, we covered it live here last hour. President Biden with a large-scale immigration program announced today. He's offering roughly 500,000 immigrants who are undocumented but married to U.S. citizens legal protections for them and their children. We have analysis from Kathleen Bush-Joseph on this, lawyer, policy analyst at the Migration Policy Institute. You know, Wall Street Journal's immigration reporter was on with us last hour saying this group of people saw themselves as kind of being neglected. Nobody was paying attention to them, the spouses of undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens. What about the president's announcements today and the significance of it? What do you think it is?
Thanks for having me on today, Connell. This is absolutely a significant announcement, not least because of the scale. As you mentioned, 500,000 people now being able to have a clearer path to obtain a green card. Important to say that they were already eligible for a green card, but the major obstacle for these people is that they would have had to leave the country in order to be able to get that without the certainty that they would actually be allowed back in.
Right, and I think, well, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think a lot of people maybe didn't know that was the case or didn't know the rules, because you think about when you marry someone as a U.S. citizen, you think, oh, you automatically become a citizen, but not for these people who did not come in here legally. So this could have, your point is this could have a big impact.
That's right, and there is this misperception that it's easier to navigate the process than it is. The fact of the matter is that many people don't actually have a path forward, but those who do have to navigate an extremely complex area of law. They oftentimes need the assistance of an attorney and spend many thousands of dollars to be able to go through these processes. For people who were able to apply before to adjust and had to travel outside the country, they faced long wait times, as many as 4 years waiting to try to be able to obtain the green card. So this could speed the process for many, many families.
You know, you're talking about navigating a process. I'm struck by the fact, as we look at the president, that he's been navigating a process, trying to strike a balance, it seems, in immigration policy. He had the asylum executive action a couple of weeks ago, which was not necessarily well received by his progressive base. This, I assume, will be. Nothing he says, no matter what it is, will be received well by, you know, Republicans and conservatives, I don't suspect. But what would you say about the president's recent announcements on immigration? Because we've seen him try to kind of play all sides of it, right?
Absolutely. And this is a really tough issue because, as you said, the president is facing challenges at the U.S.-Mexico border with record numbers of people coming, while at the same time, you know, he's facing congressional inaction. There are more than 11 million people without status in the country, and many of those people have been here for decades. These 500,000 spouses, the government estimates, they've been here for an average of 23 years. Congress used to pass laws updating our immigration system, allowing people to adjust their status if they had been here for a long period of time, and providing the resources that the government needs to be able to address these large numbers of people who are coming. But Congress has not taken action on immigration because it's so politicized and they can't come to an agreement.
Yep, for years and years and years. Kathleen Bush-Joseph, we thank you for coming on at 20. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.